Snakes by Ecology Limited. There are 3 species of snakes native to Great Britain: smooth snakes, grass snakes, and adders. They are exothermic, relying on their environment to warm their bodies. Because of this, they often prefer south-facing slopes, habitats with diverse makeup, allows them to seek warmth in open areas, and have shelter from the elements and predators with lots of insects to eat. Smooth snakes are only found in lowland heaths in southern England, where they are extremely secretive. Grass snakes are found across England and Wales. They are often found in wetlands, but can also be found in heathlands, grasslands, woodlands, coastal habitats, farmlands and gardens. Adders are found across England, Scotland and Wales. They are patchy, being rare in some areas and abundant in others. This is because they prefer chalky or sandy soils. Though they are found in a lot of habitat types, it's only if the soil is right. They'll be found in heathlands, woodlands, grasslands, clearing, coastal habitats, field edges and brownfield sites. Our snakes declined in the latter half of the 20th century. Their biggest threats are habitat loss, but also changes to habitat management and land use. For example, overgrown habitats becoming shaded will remove their basking places which they need to warm up. All of Britain's snakes have some legal protection from the Wildlife and Countryside Act in England and Wales and the Nature Conservation Act in Scotland, protecting them from being killed or injured or from any unlicensed trading. Smooth snakes have additional protection from the Conservation of Habitats and Species regulations. This makes them a European protected species, which means you can't capture, kill, disturb or injure them, damage or destroy their breeding or resting places, obstruct access to their resting or sheltering places. These crimes carry a maximum 6 months prison sentence or a fine of £5,000 for each offence. If you are developing a site which is suitable for snakes, then you will need an ecologist to do a reptile survey to support your planning application. There are lists of available ecologists from the Chartered Institute of Ecology and Environmental Management Directorate, or from the Environmental Data Services Directorate. They will produce a survey report and mitigation plan which will go to your architect or building firm to help support your planning application. Reptile surveys are carried out from March to September, but the best time is spring, as the reptiles will bask for longer in the cooler temperatures, making them easier to see and catch. There are 2 survey methods: visual surveys and artificial refuge searches. Visual searches of sites are carried out by looking for suitable habitat spots, and artificial refuge searches are simply putting out materials such as corrugated iron or roofing felt, which will warm in the sun and attract the reptiles as they look for spots to keep warm. If you can't avoid impacting snakes with your activities, then you'll need to carry out some form of mitigation. Recommended mitigation could include changing the layout so as to avoid developing areas used by snakes, displacing them from sensitive areas by changing the vegetation, changing the timing of the work, moving the reptiles, temporary fencing, or instead compensation methods could include creating links to other habitats, creating new habitats and improving existing habitats. To carry out this work, you'll need a licence from the relevant nature conservation body, such as Natural England, SNH or NRW. Your ecologist will stay with you throughout your project to make sure that all the mitigation requirements are met. Thank you for watching. If you wish to learn more about these surveys, please follow links below or visit us at abrahartecology.com.
Created using Powtoon.